Hi, I'm Ryan. Excuse me. Hi, I'm Ryan Marshall, and I'm here with the Hasslers. Actually, if you'd like to introduce yourself, why don't you introduce yourself to our live television audience?
Who are we? We're Hunter and the Gatherers.
Hunter and the Gatherers.
What's up?
It's closest.
So, from left to right, we have
Hunter. How you guys doing?
Jed. Kyle.
Dylan.
And tell us about the show that's coming up, the MCAT show that the esteemed Mr. Sam Tolman is putting on.
Oh yeah.
Tell us about what you're doing with it, and
totally.
so on and so forth.
Yeah, we're pretty stoked about it. It's going to be like an all-inclusive show. There's 4 bands playing. We've got Comatose Smile, the Hasslers, Boys, and ourselves. And yeah, it's going to be quite the event. It's kind of like a raising awareness event to MCAT, and also just an awesome party. There's going to be, I think there's going to be cameras there. Like I think we're going to be on TV. Everybody there will be on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's over at Stage 112. Was it a couple weeks, 24th?
The 24th.
Yeah, it's about 2 weeks.
Cool.
Yeah, not this weekend, but the next. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about, and obviously you're Hunter of Hunter and the Gatherers, the namesake. Tell us about how you started the band. You know, what the history is, how long you guys have been together.
Well, that's quite the story. So,
Do tell.
I guess I started playing around Missoula by myself as a songwriter, solo act for quite a while. And I mean, I wasn't really playing around. Played Sean Kelly's quite a lot, and over at the open mic, that's where I housed myself for a while. And then played a few shows here and there. But yeah, and then I just really wanted to start playing rock and roll. There was a part of me that was missing that, and so we got a band together for. An MMAC, Montana Musicians Artists Coalition.
And in that band was the well-known session player, David Wilbert.
David Wilbert, yes, sir. Yes, David Wilbert, Emmett Orr of Shakewell was there.
The Emmett Orr.
May Conley, a good friend.
And May Conley.
Yeah, she was playing drums. And anyway, so yeah, and that was the first show. We went on from there to continue to just kind of book more shows. And the Gatherers turned into this evolving mixture that I guess I hope was rolling forward all the time, you know. As snowball effect or whatever, but and that's kind of what it's been, I'd say. You know, so we continue to kind of roll through the motions and play a few shows here and there, and then this fall we got big and we in the Missoula scene.
It's all happening.
We tried. We're trying.
It's all. Well, tell us about.
Started practicing.
There's kind of a couple tiers of Missoula bands, and kind of well-known means different things at different levels. You know, I mean, for Jed, you've been in a really well-known Missoula band, the Dodgy Mountain Men, and you've seen what like Missoula success can look like. You know, am I wrong in saying that?
I mean, I guess so.
Yeah.
We've certainly played our fair share of bigger shows to full audiences. Yeah.
So where would you say along that line, hopeful trajectory towards Missoula? Well, first of all, what does it mean to be a successful band in Missoula? Do you feel like?
I mean, success is that's a funny word when it comes to something that's so intangible as music. You know, I mean, I guess if you're getting out there and you're playing for people and you're having fun doing it, you're a successful band. But you can't really. You can't. It's not a competitive thing, so you can't really put yourself up against other bands. You just got to go out there and get yourself in front of audiences and have fun and be progressing as a band. That's the biggest thing I think.
That's our success right now. Yeah,
exactly.
I'd like to retract or add on to my statement earlier and say that to me the success of this band right now is writing songs together,
getting tighter,
rocking. You know, just like spending time,
turning people's heads.
Totally.
Getting them on the dance floor.
Looking back at like a year ago, it's like holy shit.
Yeah, right. Right.
How did anybody enjoy what we were doing? You know?
How do you think you'll feel in a year from now?
I don't know.
Hopefully the same way.
Yeah.
You hope you'll feel the same way?
Yeah, exactly. I hope we're
yeah.
able to look back and be from a year from now and be like, holy shit, why didn't anybody like us back then? You know, 'cause we're that much better.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
And then hopefully, that feeling of continuing. It's all about the drive. It's all about the drive.
So for folks at home
rolling the train,
who are wondering, who are thinking, I want to go see a show next weekend. It's graduation weekend. It's going to be crazy downtown in Missoula. How would you characterize your style? What kind of a show do you put on? What can somebody expect to see if they come see a Hunter and the Gatherers show?
Kyle, you just joined the band a couple of weeks ago, but you've seen a lot of shows. What would you say?
It's kind of like a proggy, southern, folky, rock, indie mixed bag of goodness.
And that's what it ultimately comes down to.
Yeah.
It's a rock and roll show.
It's rock and roll.
Yeah, that's really what it boils
And
down
I think,
to.
yeah, I don't know. Rawness.
Yeah.
That's what I try to bring. I try to bring a rawness that, and I don't know. That's kind of what I rely on.
It's pretty energetic show on stage.
Energetic.
Yeah.
We just played on Saturday, and at one point, Hunter was rocking so hard that he managed to somehow smack himself in the face with his guitar. And
I've seen that happen a couple times.
yeah, actually banged a chip of paint off of his guitar.
It's about.
Are you serious?
It's
Yeah.
about half a centimeter.
With your
thick.
chin?
Yeah.
I missed
Top
it.
of the Stratocaster. Yeah.
Wow.
And Dylan broke his snare.
You broke your
Yeah.
snare.
I broke the bottom head, actually. It's
We
funny.
just
Never done that
wrecking
before.
things and ourselves.
Really?
Yeah, normally it's top, but bottom this time.
Ladies and gentlemen, this band goes hard.
This band breaks equipment.
This band breaks equipment.
You should
on
see the
stage,
sticks I go
and
through.
not
Yeah.
because they mean to.
I've got a stick graveyard in my cymbal bag.
Stay great. Yeah.
Yeah, we just try to bring a lot of energy,
Yeah.
and I think
Authentic rock,
yeah,
fun
exactly.
music.
A little bit of
Yeah.
integrity. It's not we've got a few covers in the set, but for the most part, we're focused on original material, and it's a short set right now.
Yeah.
We haven't had the opportunity to really develop all the songs that we've got in the back catalog yet, but getting there.
And most of the originals are your originals, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, tell us a little bit about your songwriting process. How do you do you write a song on your own and bring it to the band? How do you go about bringing a song from kind of its embryonic stage to Hunter and the Gatherers live show?
Yeah. So, well, it's definitely a process for sure. I'd say, I usually come up with something, whether it be a chord progression I like or a melody or something that, is in my mind. And whatever that is, I bring the band some kind of piece, a seed. Usually Jed, really, yeah. We'll get together and I'll bring Jed a seed, and Jed will, we kind of have our strengths and weaknesses. I've kind of got this melodic, able to find melodies. Jed's really good with chords and getting outside of the box and spread the notes, you know what I mean? And so I'll bring a seed, we'll work on it, and then that's how we kind of roll it that way, and then we'll pitch it to Kyle and Dylan and as a full band. And
So it's very much an organic process.
Definitely,
it's
man.
very much kind of
Yeah.
everybody's contributing and bringing their
Totally.
own piece to the situation.
Yeah, and it's very much like, and I always say it too, like Hunter of the Gatherers it's our band. Like I come up with ideas, but that's my input. That's the biggest. That's what I focus on, at least. In this process of writing, and I think that ultimately, like, I don't have the skill that Jed's got, that Kyle's got, that Dylan's got to do what they do, and so it's really all about like letting them, letting us as a group and a collective,
Of course.
throw a piece in, and it's good because it allows us to, it's good.
Well, I think it shows up in the energy that everybody has on stage. You can tell that everybody is invested and everybody's given all they got. It's great to see.
Yeah,
it's great to see.
Yeah,
We're having
have
fun
fun.
with it.
We do have
Yeah.
fun, and that's the main thing too.
Yeah, for sure.
Fun, it's all about fun.
Yeah. So how long have each of you guys been around Missoula, playing in the scene, playing music? Period.
I've been in Missoula for
A lot longer than me.
about 8 years now.
Yeah.
And I've been playing.
Where are you from?
I'm from the Yak Valley in the northwest part of the state. But I've been playing music with various local bands for about 4 years now, I guess, something like that. 4 or 5.
How about you, Kyle?
I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland. I've been in Missoula for a year, and I've played at Sean Kelly's open mic a few times and that kind of stuff. But this is the first band I've actually been in Missoula, so feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And Dylan, you played with the well-known Willard Peterson.
Yeah, that was actually my first project in Missoula.
Cool.
Yeah, that was just about last November.
Cool.
And I've been playing with multiple people ever since.
Yeah.
It's been pretty cool.
And you, sir?
I moved to Missoula in August of 2011 and started school here, and have been playing music here ever since. So yeah, it's going up on about 3 years. It's been great. Yeah, mostly, like I said, as a solo artist, and then up until this fall, really, I'd say, when we were all gatherers. at one point or another.
Yeah, well, long story. I used to be.
Long story short.
I used to be. You know,
guy interviewing us
I used to be a
was
gatherer.
a gatherer.
Have an intimate understanding of the way that this twisted, you know, troop of people works.
Vagabonds.
I could tell you were kin.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, so there's a mix. You know, you've got some veterans, you've got some folks who are kind of new coming into it, which is cool.
Yeah.
The energy is there.
Totally. Yeah, and you know, hopefully, as we have started to play more and focus on writing more, focus on the details, you know, put a little bit more, raise the expectation a little bit, like, yeah, hopefully, you know, we can lock this down and be gatherers, you know.
I think that we're still kind of finding our footing as a four-piece band in how we relate to each other and really where our sonic niche is. Where we're not trying to put a lot of labels or expectations on the songs. We've got songs that are like super just overdriven and nasty, and songs that are a lot more poppy or clean. And right now we're just fine with doing it all because it's all just rock and roll to us, and we're having fun with it. But we are starting to find like the
Our
voice,
niche.
yeah, our niche, our voice
Yeah,
as a band.
I get a feeling that it's a lot more about the kind of energy that you're bringing to the songs and the kind of energy that you're bringing to the performance than it is necessarily about, well, we're this genre or we're going to play in this mode or this, you know.
And I think
with these
Hunter's
chords.
melodies are unique, like enough that it all kind of falls within, like, you know, it's like when he brings the idea of a song to the table, it doesn't really matter where it goes. It's still obviously his song, and so and we adapt it as a Hunter and the Gatherers song, no matter where it starts from, and they don't all sound the same, thank God. But once again, it's all rock and roll.
Yep. All rock and roll.
And then even like our covers, we've even put our own little spin on them too, you know, which is pretty
totally,
cool. Yeah.
We don't even play the right chords.
So what makes a good rock and roll band? What does that mean, you guys? Yeah. What's in the rock and roll soup?
Passion and friends with good musical interaction.
Lots of garlic.
Oh yeah.
Sweat.
Spicy meatball.
Spicy meatballs.
No, yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, passion for sure.
The funk.
The funk,
Gotta have the funk.
the energy, dude.
More ways than
I don't
one.
know. A rock band is a rock band. There's so many of them. You know, we're just maybe we don't compare. Maybe we're like fingerprints. We're all just.
Authenticity a little bit.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
That was
totally. I don't know though. Yeah, I think passion, and that's what we bring: passion, rawness.
I think not trying to
stick to
make
the
it something that
originals.
it's not is important, you know, because there's a lot of bands out there that like seem to be pretty happy with their specific genre tag, the indie rock or alt rock or whatever it is, and sometimes I listen to those bands, I'm like, well, you're just a rock band, like why do you need to?
Well, it's a marketing thing. It's a
quantify it
selling
any more
point.
than that?
You know,
Yeah, I guess so.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah, I think that
You know?
once you start to pigeonhole yourself like that, you start to strip some of the energy away from it.
Yeah,
And
I
we're
know, I
of
do
course sort of
myself.
free to, you know, expand on all of those
Exactly.
different sort of genres
Yeah.
of the rock.
Yeah, since we're still new to the scene, nobody expects anything from us. We can do whatever the hell we want.
Yeah, right.
It's a blessing and a curse, I guess, you know.
So having gone through that, having been in a band that has a particular sound, did you find that there were certain expectations that the audience placed on you, and then when you sort of veered away from those, that there was, I don't know, confusion or ambivalence to what you were doing in the Dodgy Mountain Men?
Oh no! I mean, it's just a different project. You
Yeah.
know, it's you know what this band does is so much different than what my other bands do. You know, I play mandolin predominantly in my other bands. You know, and this is just a turn up the amp and rock out kind of band.
Right.
You know, so it's not. I don't think there's any confusion. Among the audience about what's going on stage, and one doesn't replace the other.
Right. Well, no. I guess what I meant was, you know, when you're in a band that became known for a particular sound and a particular style. Not to say that it was just, you know, one thing, but did you find that, you know, and you're talking about how Hunter and the Gatherers is coming in, it's a new thing, people don't know what to expect, and that's great because there's creative freedom in that.
Yeah.
Did you find that being in the scene in a situation where you became known for one thing, that it was difficult to, do you feel that this is like, how do you feel that this scene reacts to bands that are established in one particular way, kind of experimenting and moving through genres?
I think this town is overwhelmingly supportive of the music community that exists within this town. You know what I mean? Where it's not like, I mean, you know, like they may not want to pay the cover charge all the time. But like the thing is like that, you know, they'll get out and they'll rock and roll with whatever's on stage, and
that's pretty rare
really,
for a music scene.
Absolutely,
you know,
they're really
cool.
into bands bringing something new to the table. You know what I mean? Like that's, I mean, I know I am. Those are my favorite bands in town. Bands like Lunacy in the Moon or Heirs to the Sun or Lock, Stock, Cartel. Those are some of my favorite bands because they're really pushing the envelope.
Yeah.
You know, and they're gaining a lot of traction in the scene because of it.
Yeah.
You know? They're doing something different. And I think we do something different.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of great rock and roll in this town. There's not a lot of rock and roll.
There's not a lot of rock and roll. There's really not rock and roll.
Yeah. And that's what we're trying. We're trying to bring the heat. We're trying to pack the fire, you know?
Totally. Totally.
We're trying to come in hot.
Trying to shake some asses.
Yeah. And that's the thing for me. I take pride in, you know, some people may say, oh, why can't you just write the same kind of songs and be this kind of band, you know, and be that kind of band, and we'll be whatever we are, you know.
Yeah.
I guess to the people listening, but like, yeah, leave it with that. Like, it's just, yeah, it's fun to take the somewhat of that stance there and trying to bring something new.
Yeah.
And
music's such a subjective thing that there's no point in trying to put a specific idea in your audience's heads because they're gonna reach their own
right.
conclusions.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Of course. Yeah. Which is cool. I mean, I think a band coming out with a, you know, I think rock and roll is a lot more about the ethic that you're bringing to what you're playing than, you know, the notes that you're playing. So it's cool.
Exactly.
You know,
you know, we have a genuine project going right now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, you guys all seem very proud and very happy about it, very excited about it, which is so great to see.
totally.
It's
You know, you guys seem really hungry for it.
We are, man.
Yeah.
We are.
What's as the de facto band leader? What's your vision for the future with Hunter and the Gatherers? Where do you want to see it go in Missoula? What do you want to see happen?
Man, I don't know. I mean, you know, I think it's just kind of I just want to keep writing songs. Keep playing. You know, what will happen, I don't feel too much. I try to stray away from the idea of trying to really press and control. I do like to want to get places for sure.
Yeah.
But hopefully that'll come from just working hard and continue to play. You know,
course.
so like, yeah, trying to just like keep rocking, do what we're doing, and I'd like to be playing the Hat. You know, not too long, hopefully. We're gonna do some recording here pretty soon. We've got some things set up in the works. Yeah, we're still working on a few new originals at the moment. We're gonna do some recording soon, and we'll get that out and start pitching it to the Top Hat, pitching it to, you know, people outside of Missoula. We'll be getting around,
making things happen.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, maybe next summer I'd like to be on tour, dude. I'd like to be moving.
Let's go on tour.
I like to be on the wheels.
Yeah, I'm not.
Going from place to place, seeing towns, playing music.
Not as concerned about like what we're gonna do in the Missoula music community as much as I love the Missoula music community. It's a bigger picture than that. I think that once a band finds its collective creative muse, you follow the muse. You let that take you take you where it wants to go. You know, you follow the music, and we'll see what happens.
So the show is coming up in not this weekend but next weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell our wonderful audiences who are viewing at home who else is going to be on the bill.
Yeah.
Kind of fill us in a little bit more about the show and what's going to be going down.
Cool. Yeah. So once again, it's May 24th, Saturday. It's going to be streamed live online at www.gigi.org. Gigi.me. Excuse me. For everybody out of town, you can see it on the internet. It's going to be a 4-band show. Comatose Smile, Hunter and the Gatherers, Boys, and the Hasslers. We're on from 11 to 12 for everybody in Missoula.
It's good to know.
Be there all night. Don't just come for Hunter and the Gatherers. Resist the temptation to just come for Hunter and the Gatherers. Yeah. Be there all night.
And so, it's basically an event to raise awareness for MCAT. It's going to be raging. We're going to rock Stage 112. You guys should come.
And it's free.
And also, this Friday, we're going to be at Free Cycles, nonprofit bike shop here in Missoula, doing a show with 3-Year Dog and Ted Ness and the Rusty Nails. We're super stoked about that. It's going to be Friday, sometime around 9 or 10, so check out that one too.
Find us on the Facebook.
So we're here again with the mighty Hunter and the Gatherers. The mighty Hunter and the Gatherers. Check them out at the MCAT Shindig going on next weekend. This is Ryan Marshall signing off.
Thanks, man.